Welcome back to Elder Circle. Last time we shared 5 life-changing hacks that our elders swear by, and your response was incredible. So many of you tried them and told us how they made your days simpler and brighter. Today, we're revealing the next 5 secrets, proven tricks for happier relationships, smarter decisions, and more peace in your golden years. These aren't just old-school tips, they're timeless wisdom that works even better today. Ready to make life easier? Let's dive into Secret 6, the to-list strategy. You're stuck, frozen between choices, jobs, relationships, big life moves. Meanwhile, your 85-year-old neighbor made every major decision with nothing fancier than a pencil and 2 pieces of paper. Here's how her to-list strategy cuts through analysis paralysis. First list, write every option you're considering, every single one. The safe choice, the crazy idea, even that half-baked plan you're embarrassed to admit. Second list, for each option, answer one question. Will this give me more peace or more chaos? Not money, not status, peace. Your elders used this during wars, recessions, cross-country moves. They knew clarity comes from simplicity. That promotion with the fancy title but 60-hour weeks, probably chaos. The modest job that leaves energy for family, peace. The toxic relationship you keep rationalizing, definitely chaos. This isn't about avoiding hard things. It's about choosing which hard things align with your soul. Your grandmother didn't have decision fatigue because she refused to complicate what matters. Try it tonight. 2 lists. 1 question. The answer won't just surprise you. It'll free you. Secret 7. The envelope budget saving money. Let's talk about money. Specifically, why your grandparents could stretch $1 further than you can stretch your last nerve on payday. You've probably seen cash stuffing all over TikTok, but here's the truth. This isn't some new hack. This is the envelope budget, the same system that got generations through wars, recessions, and times when buy now, pay later wasn't even an option. Here's how it works, and why your bank account needs it. You take actual cash, yes, physical money, and divide it into labeled envelopes for every spending category. Groceries, gas, fun money, everything. When the envelope's empty, you're done. No apps, no overdraft fees, just you and the cold, hard reality of what you can actually afford. Your grandparents didn't have the luxury of swiping a card and pretending the money would magically reappear. They knew exactly where every penny went because they felt it leave their hands. And that's the secret. When you physically hand over cash, your brain registers the loss in a way that tapping a phone never will. Studies show people spend 15 to 20% less when using cash instead of cards. That's hundreds back in your pocket every month. But here's the real magic. This system forces you to prioritize. Want that takeout? Sure, but it comes out of your eating out envelope, which means less for movies this weekend. Suddenly, every choice matters. Now, you might be thinking, but I need my credit cards for emergencies. Fine, keep one, but try this for just 1 month. Pay your fixed bills online, then take out cash for everything else. Groceries, envelope. Gas, envelope. Coffee runs, you guessed it, envelope. By the end of the month, 2 things will happen. First, you'll panic when you see how fast the fun money envelope thins out. But second, and this is the beautiful part, you'll have actual money left over for the first time in who knows how long. This isn't just about saving. It's about waking up from the trance of invisible money and finally feeling in control. Your grandparents didn't budget this way because they were old-fashioned. They did it because it worked. And in a world of subscriptions, microtransactions, and impulse buys at 2 a.m., maybe the oldest money hack is the one you need most. Try it, just for 1 paycheck. Your future self will thank you. Secret 8. The 24-hour rule. Emotional control. Your phone lights up with a furious text. Your boss criticizes your work. Your first instinct: react now. But here's what your grandparents knew that you've forgotten. Never respond to anger with anger. Enter the 24-hour rule. When emotions run hot, whether it's an argument, a rude email, or a family feud, you give yourself 1 full day before responding. No exceptions. Write that scathing reply if you must. Then save it as a draft. Sleep on it. Let your prefrontal cortex, not your adrenaline, drive the bus. Your grandfather survived wars, and your grandmother weathered betrayals with this one discipline. They understood. Time reveals truth. What feels like an emergency at 9 p.m. often looks trivial by morning, and if it still matters after 24 hours, now you can address it with clarity, not casualties. The modern world runs on instant reactions, but wisdom comes from knowing when not to hit send. Secret 9. The 3-question nightly review. Better sleep and self-awareness. You crawl into bed exhausted, only to lie awake replaying the day's mistakes. Meanwhile, your grandmother slept like a rock through the blitz. Her secret? A 3-question ritual every single night. No journaling, no apps, just brutal honesty with herself before sleep. Here's what she asked. 1. What did I do well today? Not productivity, integrity. Held your tongue, listened. That counts. 2. Where did I let fear drive? That conversation you avoided, the risk you didn't take. 3. What's one thing I'll do differently tomorrow? Not a to-do, a behavior shift. This isn't self-help fluff. World War II diaries show this practice kept civilians sane during bombings. Why? It compartmentalizes reflection so anxiety can't hijack your nights. Try it for 3 nights. You'll either sleep deeper or meet uncomfortable truths about where you're playing small. Take nightly. Side effects may include self-respect and restful sleep. Secret 10. The front porch test. True friendship. You have hundreds of friends online and still feel lonely. Your grandfather had 3 drinking buddies and died surrounded by love. The difference? The front porch test. A brutal but beautiful way to filter friendships. Here's how it works. Imagine you're 85 years old. Your joints ache. Your time is precious. Now ask, would this person be worth sitting with on my front porch for an hour? Not out of obligation, not for networking, just pure enjoyment. The ones who pass, they listen more than they talk. They show up with soup when you're sick. They laugh at your stories even when they've heard them before. The rest? Porch-worthy people don't drain you. They don't keep score, and they certainly don't ghost you for months. Start applying this now. Invest in porch friendships, the kind that age like whiskey, not like expired milk. Because when you're old and rocking on that actual porch, you'll realize these were the only connections that ever mattered. This week, text one porch-worthy friend. Not to chat, to sit together in comfortable silence. That's the test. Look at them. No apps, no algorithms, just life. Lived well. For all our apps and algorithms, we haven't invented a better way to live than this. These 10 hacks survived wars, recessions, and the test of time for one reason. They're not about stuff. They're about being human. They are not rules, but heirlooms, passed down because they work, because they matter. So here's your mission. This week, try just one of these. The envelope budget, the 10-minute rule, the porch test. Then come back. Tell us which hack changed your week. Comment number, pass it on below so we can keep this wisdom alive. Sometimes, the oldest ways are the best ways. Subscribe to keep the circle growing.